I enjoy working with people.
And the position, being the shift, could be shifts on weekends, daytime, nighttime.
Yeah.
And with your call, you have to be able to respond to being called to the jail within 15 minutes. Can you accommodate those requirements?
Within 15 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Right, try to. That's, if using of nothing. I'm talking about if using in the middle of something that might be 20, 25. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand what you're saying.
When you're scheduled for a shift, you know that that's going to be your shift that day.
Yeah.
So could you plan knowing that you could be called and you'd have to go in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be like all of a sudden now call.
But I know, like, I live in Newtown. So sometimes it takes you 15 minutes just to get in your car and drive to the jail and hit all the red lights. You know what I mean? Just depending on the traffic. I understand your point, though.
Okay.
15 minutes, yeah.
Yes.
I'm just being realistic. That was all,
I totally understand.
I see that. You still live on Spring Valley Road?
Yeah.
Which is over
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I could get there in 15 minutes if I didn't get a speeding ticket.
Yeah, you're within the time. I'm
Yeah.
not concerned about that. And you've already told me about you have enough computer skills. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
handle it.
That's what I do for a hobby. I rebuild laptops and,
If you're in training, you get paid for training.
right.
And of course, we've already talked about the 15 minutes. And basically, what a judicial commissioner is, you're basically a judge. You have the ability to put somebody in jail, set their bond. And I think you know all that from working out there.
Yeah.
The starting pay is $9.50 an hour, and of course, all the judicial commissioners will get a raise if the county gives the county employees a raise. It'll be a percentage or amount, whatever the budget and finance says. We do a background check and a drug test, which have to be passed, and you're put on a 90-day probation period.
Okay.
Trying to think, of course, we've talked about it being on call, any shift, and that would mean you'd have to work 8 hours part of the time if you were called. If Jim called you, he's the one that would be calling you. The main question I've got for you, because you work for the county, do you draw from the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement?
Yes.
Okay. Jim needs to tell you what that entails.
Yeah, I already know.
He's already know about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
You understand it's
Yeah.
120 days a year or 960
960
hours.
hours. Right.
If you exceed that, you have to suspend your retirement benefits.
Yes. Well, I'm not going to exceed that.
I don't think that based on the hours you probably would work that we would exceed it, but it's your responsibility to to help keep up with that.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you don't go over those hours.
Yeah. Because I don't want to mess that up.
We don't want you to.
No. But it sounds like you can pretty much work any shift. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions you want to ask us?
No.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. Okay, just a moment.
The training schedule being an issue. First,
Okay.
well,
Training's not an issue. If you had to work 3 weeks to begin with to learn training,
No.
you're good.
No.
You have to go once a year to a school
Right.
out of town.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm sure done told you about that. I know you and Jim are friends, so. Anything else you think of?
so make sure
You will get a call, either Carol or myself will call you, or Herschel. I don't know, that'll be up to them who sometimes they want me to, and sometimes one of them
Okay.
does, so. But you'll know either way soon, probably tomorrow.
Okay.
All righty.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you, we appreciate you
Thank
coming in and
you.
putting up
See ya.
there. If you don't care, would you ask, he can't hear well, I can.
Jim, Harold. Is anybody else out there? Yeah.
Keithley should be next.
No, that was me.
he was.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lawson, I'm sorry.
That's me, yeah. Where do you want
Okay,
me?
you're the next one on the list.
Where do you want me to be?
Right here in this chair, you don't hear me.
Okay.
When I seen that name, I didn't know who it was. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm learning a lot of Spanish. I'm having fun with that.
Okay, sounds like you know at least one of us. I'm Ken Martin,
Hi.
and This is Charles Morgan.
And I know you too. I know Carlene.
Okay.
How are you?
And Jim Hartman is one of our judicial commissioners. He's a supervisor, and I asked him to sit in. That's why he's here.
Okay.
And we asked a series of questions, and they didn't give the questions to me tonight. They forgot it.
Okay.
So we've kind of winged it. We're going to try to ask in a ballpark what, we ask anyway.
Okay.
And one of the questions is one that I'm always interested in is why you want to be a judicial commissioner.
I think I can help people. I always admired Mr. Griffin out there, I did. And I think, he always had to fill the warrants out. And I think it's a good thing because if you fill the warrants out right, then a good lawyer can't throw them out of the court. And he always had a thing for, like he said, I don't want to hear any nonsense, which is pretty neat because, don't tie the court up with nonsense. He doesn't want to hear about that. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, just take, and you have to go by what the deputies say and how they tell you to fill it out and what they want to do, and you have to have the evidence, and I just think it'd be a kind of an interesting job.
Okay. That's a good answer. Thank you.
I'm Charles Morgan. What is the extent of the knowledge you have of what a judicial commissioner does? What is their job requirements, or what do they do daily?
Here's what I think. I mean, I may be wrong, but I think they do a lot of paperwork, and they fill the warrants out according to how the deputies arrest somebody. And then you might have people coming to you who want to take out a warrant on someone, and then you would have to make a decision, well, is that valid? Do you have any proof that you need to be taking a warrant out? Can you go to court and prove that this person did so-and-so to you before you even write a warrant? And as far as the codes and stuff, I don't know that, but I probably could learn it. I substitute teach right now. I like that. I really, that's what I think it is, more or less filling out warrants. That's what I always thought it was anyway. I don't think I have to go arrest anybody, do I?
No.
Okay, that's good, because I'm not into, I can't do that.
No.
Not that, I can't do that.
I'll explain a little bit of that at the end, what your duties
Okay.
are. You're going to ask Wayne?
I'm next.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Don't forget Tommy here.
Ms. Lawson,
Yes.
as a judicial commissioner, you would have access to a lot of confidential information that a lot of people wouldn't have.
Right, that's true.
How do you feel confident that
Yes.
you could always keep that information confidential?
Yes, I do, because I've had a Tennessee State insurance license for 28 years.
Okay.
And in our insurance business, you can't reveal any kind of health information. And in substitute teaching, you can't even reveal what a child's grades are. So I'm quite confident I could keep that.
Did I read that you had a real estate license at one time?
Yes, I did in Iowa back years ago.
But you were fiduciary
Yeah. Yeah.
to trust
Right.
there.
Yes. And back when I first got out of high school, I did work for an attorney for a while. So I have a little legal knowledge, even though the laws, they change a lot, though.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known Marlena for a long time.
Yeah.
Her husband, you know what I mean, used to work with me.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, I don't know if you talked to Jim or not, this about the computer aspects and that type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much up on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have everything. As a matter of fact, if there's anything that I don't know, I have a Galaxy 5. I can look it right up right here. I can Google it. And I can put you on speed dial if I need to, but yeah.
Well, I've asked everybody else, and the thing gets me, we went through this, we go through it seemed like every 2 or 3 months hiring, and I mean, if 2 o'clock in the morning or something, it's not going to be a problem for you getting out now, and you know, everybody thinks it's cream and honey until they get in it, and it's...
No, I understand that part. As I thought it was like where you're on call like a certain amount of time. You're in your home, but then you get called and you have to go.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Carlene, 15 minutes you're supposed to be from the jail.
Right, I am.
And I know where you live at,
Yeah.
over Mount Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have any problem.
No. Mm-mm. No, I have no problem with that. I use this like when well, that's how I get my substitute jobs. I have Jobulator on it, and I'll get a notification. And then I immediately check that notification. So maybe y'all might have something like that. If you did, that'd be great. Because I'd just be right, I'd have it right there. Yeah,
Like I say, I know you, I wouldn't have any problem with you.
Oh, well, thanks. Right.
Yeah.
We've said it before, we had some good applicants this time, really did.
Well, thanks.
And I noticed that you are learning Spanish.
Yes, sir, I am.
That is very good. If you learn Spanish, it's always going to open up more doors.
Yeah. Plus, too, I have a bit of an advantage about that, too. I have this app on my phone that I'm learning Spanish with, but Spanish is Spanish and Mexican's Mexican, and sometimes they put a twist on the words.
Different dialects.
Yeah, and because I substitute teach, I have a lot of kids. In fact, the son of the guy that owns a Mexican restaurant up here, he was kind of helping me with Duolingo. He was talking to me about that stuff. They use a little bit different twist on some words sometimes, so you have to try to really listen to them to understand what they're saying. It's just not all straight Spanish like you'd think it would be.
Well, even in English, we have
Yeah.
so.
We've got 3 different meanings for the word there.
You mentioned that you were a substitute teacher.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any set hours that you work in that capacity, or is it kind of an on-call or notification when they need you?
Well, what it is I have an app on my phone. It's called Jobulator, which tells me when they need a substitute teacher, when and where. And I have the option of taking that job or rejecting it. So if I don't want to work that day, I can put in a non-work day, and I don't have to. So if I was on call for a judicial commissioner, of course I wouldn't be working substitute teaching. But then on the days that I wasn't on call, I could do that.
Are you with the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System?
No.
You're not a member?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I don't really know exactly what that is, but...
It's a retirement system for state and county employees.
Oh, well, see, now this is okay. In the school system, they don't employ you. It's Kelly Services employs you to substitute teach, so you really aren't employed by the school.
Okay.
I was offered a job by the school in special ed, but I didn't think I wanted to take that because I kind of like, if I don't want to do a job one day, I don't have to do it this way.
So you work as for a contractor to the school system?
Yes, Kelly Services has got their contract renewed for next year too. It said in the paper, so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
The question I would have asked, you pretty much have cleared that, but I want to ask you something else.
Okay.
When you first walked in here, you made a caring, compassionate statement that you like to help people.
Yes.
Ms. Lawson, this is not a helping job. This is a job, a position that is totally based on the law and decisions. You're not the judge.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah.
Do you think your caring, compassionate personality will get in your way, or?
No, when I said I like to help people, what I mean by that is that's one reason I'm learning Spanish.
Yes.
Okay, how I do this is I've seen a lot of kids in the school system who are struggling to learn English, and because I know Spanish words, I can help them learn English. By that I mean helping somebody fill out what they need to and helping to, that sort of thing.
Because I know that sitting there as judicial commissioner, that you're going to see and hear some horrific things.
Oh, I'm sure.
That are just going to make you want to reach out so bad and help somebody, but you can't. You're now all about what the policy and procedure and the law states that you have parameters that you have to do.
Yeah, I understand that part. I also, especially you have to go, it's like I was saying earlier about, you have to decide whether that case, whether it's worthy of even writing a warrant. If they don't have any proof, they don't have any evidence, you can't just take out a warrant on somebody because you don't like them. You can't just say, okay, I don't like him, so I'm going to take out a warrant on this guy. I mean, you have to have proof that they actually did something to you. And then with the deputies, they also have, I'm sure they're very intelligent about writing up the reports. And then you would go by that, I would think. Am I right? Okay.
Okay, well, you discussed that just a little bit. You work with the THP, the police department, sheriff's department. The main people you work for is the district attorney. And if you're not sure about writing a warrant, that's, you pick the phone up and call them anytime. Okay?
Yeah, I like what you
Not
said.
stuck out there not knowing. You've already told me about computer skills, you have some of that. During training, you get paid, which 3 weeks minimum probably, and it's daytime.
Okay,
Then you would be on call after that.
Okay.
It starts at $9.50 an hour.
Okay.
And if the county gives raises this year to the employees, you would get whatever percentage or dollar amount, it would be the same per hour. There is a yearly school required by the state of Tennessee
okay,
that you have to go to. You have to stay there. It's a 3-day, isn't it, Jim?
3
Basically.
days. So,
You have to spend a couple of nights there.
certification.
okay. That's sort of like the insurance where but of course I'm grandfathered in because I've had it so long, but yeah, you have to take a course, you renew it, yeah,
Everybody's placed on a 90-day probation.
okay,
To make sure you're satisfied with us and we're satisfied with you, basically.
Right.
But now all county employees that are hired are on 90 days.
okay,
We do a background check. We do a drug test on everybody. And everything else that's on here, you've already answered.
Well, I don't think it asked if I got fingerprinted, but I got fingerprinted by the FBI right before I went to work for Kelly. But they, for some reason, which I don't understand, they do not drug test. I think they should,
Oh,
but...
I agree.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to ask any of us? We'll try to answer it for you if there is.
Well, no, I talked to Brenda Muncie and she said she loved it, so that's why I
Brenda's a
applied.
nice lady, she really
Yeah,
is.
she is, she's sweet.
She sure is. I've known her a long time, and Eddie both, and they're good folks.
Yeah.
They really are. Somebody will call you most likely tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it'll be Carol, Herschel, or myself, but somebody will call you.
Okay,
And you'll know right away.
okay, I appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you for putting up with us.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms.
No.
Lawson.
It's been an enjoyable
You
conversation.
don't mind Mr. Ray should be next if
He
he's
is.
out there.
Yes,
Okay.
he's out
Would
there.
you ask him to come in, please?
I sure will.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, Glenn.
Thank you.
I'll call you Glenn. If you don't mind, I've known you for 40 years.
Hey, you want to sit here?
Seems like, yes, sir.
Oh,
It seems like everybody knows, of course, it's a small town, you're going to know.
Yeah. I guess everybody got their hat on and put mine back on.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you know everybody at the table?
Yeah, I know Mr. Copeland, know Mr. Savage,
Charles Moore.
Hire Mark.
and I know Carlene.
And Jim is one of our judicial commissioners, he's a supervisor.
Is he?
Okay?
Yeah.
He's the one that does the training too.
Yeah.
That's why I've asked him to sit in with us. What we've been doing is just asking a set of questions. We're trying to ask everybody exactly the same questions if we can. But we had a set of questions and they didn't give them to me. So we're just kind of having to wing it.
Right.
But actually, I like the questions being asked and the way they're being answered, and everybody talking better, and I like those long questions.
Right.
And, but my question is, Glenn, why do you want to be a judicial commissioner?
Well, I'm kind of retired and I just need something to do, and I have experience with law enforcement, and I feel like I could probably do a good job at it. I've been there
I
and
know you
done
worked
it.
for the sheriff's department, you retired from the police
I
department.
retired from the police department and worked 7 years for the sheriff's department. Excuse me.
And you were a security guard.
I'm still a part-time security guard
Okay.
at Ulster. I've been in security now since '97.
Long time. I know you had a tough job, you was a policeman, you worked over in a rough
I
area.
had the project.
Yeah, it was tough, I'm sure.
Yeah, I done that for 5 years.
Yeah,
But it came a long way in that 5 years.
that's good.
Yeah.
Charles, you want to ask?
Yes, sir. Again, my name's Charles Morgan. Could you share with me what you know about what a judicial commissioner does, what their job requirements are, just basically something about the job that you know?
They basically examine the, should I say, suspect or whatever that the police officer brings in, and they listen to the police officer's story and his facts that he has about the case that he's brought them in for, and basically they determine whether or not a warrant is very justified for that reason.
Okay, Lynn, on this job, as you well know, you would have a lot of access to confidential information.
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason that you don't feel like that you would have a problem with
No, sir.
information confidential?
No, sir. If I can keep anything from my wife, I can keep it from anybody.
Lynn, I've been listening to what everybody said. You've been a former policeman and stuff, and it sounds like you're qualified to be a judicial commissioner. The thing that concerns me most, it seems like we have some good people every time, but it seems like we go through this about every 2 or 3 months of hiring judicial commissioners.
Yeah, I noticed that.
2 or 3, yeah, that's right. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I mean, they call you out. Is that going to be a problem? You know what I mean?
Ain't no problem with me, because I'm normally up half a night anyway, and the other half I'm just barely sleeping. So.
Well, we went through some good people, and it seemed like they just, come and go sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'd like to get some people that...
Yeah, I know. I've been watching it. And,
not the greatest paying job in the world, and benefits and not there, and all this, that, and other.
well, like I say, I'm retired, and I don't have to have all that much money, I just want something to do. Occupy my time.
Have you talked to Jim here about it or anything? Have you talked to anybody that's, or a judicial commissioner or somebody else about it or anything? Have you talked to?
I haven't talked to any of them, no. I really, other than just meeting this gentleman right here, is the first one I know that's actually a judicial commissioner now. I used to know Ray Barnes and all them back whenever I worked in law enforcement, but as far as they are now, I don't
Probably know them, you just don't know their judicial commissioners.
Well, I may not.
David Williams, you know David?
Yeah.
Rick Bond.
Yeah, I know Rick.
You know them,
I just didn't know they were judicial commissioners.
Yeah.
Y'all have to excuse me because I got bronchitis.
Okay, Darlene.
Mr. Ray, this position that we're doing for now is a fill-in part-time position. It could be weekends, days, nights, whenever the shift is needed.
When the time arrives.
Pardon?
When I'm needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll know when you be called and said, this is the shift we need to schedule you for. And so it could be weekends, daytime, nighttime, and you have to be accessible to a call and be able to be at the jail within 15 minutes.
Well, I live on Woodland Drive, so it's 10 minutes.
So would that work with your schedule and what you're doing at this time?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Okay. One other thing that they had talked about was the training of this job. Even with your past experience, there'd still be some more training, and as there's new laws that would be required during the daytime hours for about 3 weeks. Does that work with you too?
Be training for like 3 weeks. Is that what you're saying? I wouldn't have a problem.